All right, so this is happening in real time, but Donald Trump just came back to the White House and is sitting with Joe Biden as I'm speaking to reclaim his throne.
Mr. President-elect and former President, thank you. Donald, congratulations. Thank you. And looking forward to having like we said, smooth transition. Do everything we can to make sure you're accommodated, what you need. And we're going to get a chance to talk about some of that today. So
good.
Welcome
Thank you
back.
very much. And thank you very much. And politics is tough. And it's, in many cases, not a very nice world, but it is a nice world today, and I appreciate it very much. And a transition that's so smooth, it'll be as smooth as it can get, and I very much appreciate that, Joe.
You're welcome.
Y'all see what's happening right here? This is the guy that's a threat to democracy. This is the guy that is going to put an end to the world, create World War III and all this. This is the guy that don't care about nobody but himself. But he's sitting next to the guy who literally tried to politically use lawfare against this man in order to suppress him from being in that very position that he's in right now. And his reply to that is, we know politics is tough. What? If that don't prove to y'all that this man is built for this position, he's sitting across, literally sitting feet away from his enemy, and he's, thank you very much. Man, I'll tell you what, that's something I can learn from Donald Trump. I don't know if I can do that. I'm just saying, I don't know if I can do that. Somebody said I'm counting the minutes until conspiracy theories pop up about the significance of such a large fire. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all what they mean. This was what I just read by Bricksuit up here in his first comment. And yeah, what a photo. I know, man, this photo right here is gonna be iconic. Oh, what is this? Is that Pink Floyd? I think so. I don't know. But yeah, 45th, 47. Oh. Let's see. Greatest political comeback in American history. Yes, man. They counted this man out so bad. They thought he wasn't going to be able to do it. And he went against all the odds. Every last one of them. Trump is being very gracious. I don't know what. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know that could be that gracious. I guess they were saying they don't know if they can be that gracious. For sure. Told you, it ain't. Is it me or does Joe look happy? Yeah, Joe looked like he ain't want Kamala in there, man. There's a whole conspiracy about that too. They wanted to push Joe Biden out. They wanted to put somebody else in, but he endorsed Kamala 3 minutes after he said he wasn't gonna do it. I mean, that he's gonna drop out, and yeah. He set her up. Trump, they said Donald Trump is a class act. Joe Biden isn't. Never seen Biden look so happy. That's what you get for kicking me out of the race. You still, you see right here? That ain't a real tweet. I don't think so, but yeah. Oh, I know for a fact it's not a real tweet. He wouldn't have tweeted that. Why is this so fire? Where's Kamala? I don't know. Where is Kamala?
We wanted to go inside the Oval Office. Let's watch.
In many cases, not a very nice world, but it is a nice world today, and I appreciate it very much. A transition that's so smooth, it'll be as smooth as it can get, and I very much appreciate that, Joe.
You're welcome. Thank you all.
Hold on. Look at Trump. Look at both of them when they started talking. The Trump was like, okay.
Thank you all.
They like, you know, we can't hear none of y'all saying. Whew.
So obviously this was in progress. And in my studio, we have a lot of networks on at the same time. So I can see out of the corner of my eye. This caught everybody off guard. Okay.
Now, Trump returning to the White House definitely breeds some mixed reviews because, you know, there are some of us who like, hey, this is cool and all, but we want some justice, all right? Like, justice. Yeah, that'll do really, really well for us. But holy smokes, as this post say, Biden and Harris staffers came out of their office to catch a glimpse of Donald Trump during his return to the White House. CNN actually is quoted by saying, it's really stunning. Even his, how you say this? Detractors recognize the magnitude of the moment. Let's check it out.
I were sitting here as Caitlin was on looking at that imagery, and it's really stunning. Those are Biden staffers. They're in the EOB. Some of them are lower level, some of them perhaps a little bit higher. But they're there to watch a history moment being made that nobody standing there wanted.
Hadn't heard from Biden. We took it so quickly. So you've got to see that exchange between two people who really were in quite the epic political battle. Not just 4 years ago in 2020, but fast forward up until June 27th and that debate that basically destroyed Joe Biden's opportunity to stay atop the ticket for the Democratic Party. And when you hear the president-elect say politics is tough, and after that's over, it can be a nice world. We're in a nice world today. Martha, what goes through your mind when you hear that?
Well, first of all, that this is very short.
Right?
They brought in former President Trump. It appears to me that the White House wanted this to be as tight a moment as humanly possible.
Why do you think that is?
Well, gracious invitation, obviously, from Joe Biden. Joe Biden is a career, lifelong politician. These two men could not be more different. Donald Trump has spent his entire life in business, and then he became president and learned the ropes. Joe Biden has been in Washington since he was 28 years old.
Unfortunately, we can't tell.
So these two men, while they are in the same ballpark of age, they are light years apart in so many ways. But I think they wanted this to be tight, Harris. I don't think they wanted to give the incoming president the opportunity to sort of take this moment over. But it was a cordial moment between these two men. And this is what I think America wants to see. I thought for me, the most sort of poignant moment was when Biden looked at Trump and said, "Welcome back."
Yeah. Bill.
Yeah, I mean, because he finna get kicked out. He said he had to say welcome back before Trump said you're fired. And just to go back to the point earlier when I said it's unfortunate about Biden being a lifelong politician, and we can't tell. The reason why I said that was because, look at what he did with the country. You would think somebody who's been a lifelong politician would know better, right? And then you get Donald Trump, who's actually doing better. Like, come on, bro. Before you even take office, he already got people scared. You see what's happening in New York with the illegals? Bro, they are not playing.
Well, I agree with you, Martha. I wrote that down as well. By the way, that fire behind them is ripping. And I don't know. I don't know if the meeting they're about to have will be as warm as that fire between the two men, but we'll find out momentarily. When he met with Barack Obama, the meeting went 90 minutes. Who's to say how long this goes? I thought what Jake Sullivan said on CBS on Sunday was kind of interesting. He said, we want to know what his ideas are. I don't think Donald Trump is the kind of guy who wants to show his hand. He's got fires that he wants to put out all over the world.
Literal ones.
Yeah, and some of these cabinet positions, not necessarily cabinet, but the people on his team, I think are very interesting. Fox Digital reported 2 hours ago, they broke the news that there will be a Ukraine envoy to try and settle that matter. And that's going to be massively complicated, by the way.
Do you think that came up or will come up as these two men talk?
I imagine it will. That would be my guess. But again, I don't think Trump's the kind of guy that wants to show his hand on this. Now, I think with regard to President Biden, he wants Trump to know what they're doing now. And there's a great piece in the Wall Street Journal this morning. It lays out how complicated this is to peel away the different factions, whether it's Putin, whether it's Iran, whether it's the North Koreans with upwards of 10 to 15,000 troops ready to join that battle. And then you've got Zelensky and whether or not he would take a deal. So that's massively complicated. I think the other thing, Stephen Witkoff is a man that most Americans don't know. He's a highly successful and very accomplished individual. He's been really good friends with Donald Trump going back 30 years. He's going to be the Middle East envoy. There is a possibility, as you know, this peace deal that was moving forward between the Saudis and the Israelis that was blown up on October 7th after Hamas, broke through the fence and went into Israel. That has a chance of coming back. And that has a chance of coming back on track. And if it does, that entire region has the potential to change.
So that's so interesting because we have seen reports recently of Jared Kushner coming back into the picture a little bit. And of course, the Abraham Accords were so monumental. It's one of the few areas that Biden didn't touch, actually, in terms of Trump policy. I think he gets where we are in the world. You notice that he's not going to expire, as lack of a better term, the weapons money that we're giving them and the accoutrement that goes with that, actual weapons to Israel. I mean, that calendar has slowed down now under Biden's watch. Martha, what's your quick
Well, I'm just thinking about the Secretary of State spokesperson saying, well, we're not going to basically publicly admonish Israel yet. Right. We're not going to cut off the weapons supply yet. We're watching what happens. We're watching whether or not enough aid flows into Gaza. The tone has shifted dramatically.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car.
Oh my gosh, y'all, I'm sorry. I ain't pay my ads bill today. I got to go take care of that.
With the people who have been appointed. You see, Mike Huckabee will be the ambassador to Israel. This is a team that is very Israel strength focused. Mm-hmm. We know that Netanyahu and Trump have had at least 3 conversations. This tone has completely changed. My guess, former President Trump loves to interact with people. He loves to talk to people. I think this meeting will be beefy in that response. But I don't think they're going to dig a lot into the future policy.
Well, and Bill made a good point. John, I'll come to you next. I mean, Trump isn't going to show his hand. However, he did a bit when he was running to the American people, to voters. And it may be part and parcel for the support that he got from the Jewish community. You cannot ignore the pickup of Jewish voters in this country,
at all,
given all of the anti-Semitic behaviors, riots, protests, death threats, actual violence. I mean, it has been quite the last 6 months to a year. So it makes sense for him to make that public during the campaign, what he would do. He was going to reach out, talk with leaders before he became the president in January. Just your thoughts and reporting on that. I know you were in Israel not too long ago.
Yeah, and I think that the appointment of Mike Huckabee, or at least the nomination of Mike Huckabee to be the U.S. ambassador to Israel, is a brilliant move on the president's part. Huckabee, very dedicated to Israel. Israel loves Huckabee. And I think that will facilitate a very constructive dialogue between the United States and Israel. Don't forget, as you pointed out, the president vowed that he would end the Ukraine war before he took office. So we'll see what he does on that front.
Man, this man ended everything before he even stepped out there. That's how you know Donald Trump is the guy for the job, man. This is nothing but a big welcome back anyway, man. And if I'm being honest, Biden wanted him back in there. That's what, you know what I mean? Like, at least that's what I felt when he put on that Trump hat. Oh, man, I don't think I've ever seen a fireplace that lit up either. I'm just keep it real. And I will say that after all the BS that Biden has said about Trump over the past 4 years, you know Trump definitely wanted to say, F you, Joe, or you're fired to some capacity. So you got to give Trump that is credit for being able to withhold that in. Because I know. Now, you know, Joe, you can go back to your basement where you belong, bro. You know what I'm saying? You go chill. You know, you look so happy. Biden looks so happy. You know what I'm saying? You could tell that either he was happy or his meds was kicking in right there. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Somebody said this is all a show, LOL. Why they all happy when Trump was dragging Biden? Breaking news. Here's Wall. Thank you all. That's all the news we have. What? Oprah's check bounce, somebody said. I hope Biden keeps the Democrats in control because I think things are coming. Yeah, it's over. Biden, they said he faking it. Do y'all think Biden faking it? Let me see. The most happiest day is Biden Day. What else can Biden do except congratulate Trump after the crap he put Trump through? Trump did Biden a favor in beating Skamala. Yes, he did. Never seen Biden so happy and lucid. Biden, human family, and dogs voted for President Trump. What a landslide win for Donald Trump, man. I will say that watching this clip, Joe Biden looks relieved. But, you know, I'm not going to forget, Joe and his family got millions from China, Russia, Romania, and a few other countries. Enjoy. We definitely want some justice. Yeah, plus we've seen him congratulate Trump so many times now. He seems very happy that he beat Skamala.